I should hurry to Lacey Towers before the cops destroy all the evidence from the crime scene Penguin mentioned.
I was hoping to get a minute of your time. See, I've got a story to tell you. About crime and violence. Greed and vengeance. But it's also a story of redemption. Of second chances. Of change. I've planted 3 bombs where Gotham's corruption is at its strongest. But unlike those I fight to overthrow, I believe in choice. So, I offer you one. Let them detonate, or stop them. Your actions will determine what I do with you.
Hey, mister! Over here! Whoa, easy now. I ain't looking for a fight. Got a message, that's all. Anarky says if you're gonna make a withdrawal, you better do it soon.
Any available homicide units, please respond to 187 in the Bowery. Officers on scene report victim appears to have fallen from a nearby building.
Once Lonnie's gone, we'll have a new system.
There's trouble.
They say money makes the world go round, but it also makes for excellent shackles. You're tied to your job, your mortgage, your need to buy the next shiny thing your overpriced television seduces you. Imagine what we could accomplish if only someone would set us free.
Alfred, we've got a problem.
So I saw. This Anarky fellow mentioned 3 bombs, which means 2 still remain.
I need to find them.
I've no doubt you will, sir.
I don't know, man. I think we should seriously consider skipping town. Why? All this talk about the... That what I think it is?
Police know the victim fell from a nearby building, but there's not much else in the file. His identity might shed some light on things. Brian Murphy, an account manager at the Gotham Merchants Bank. Cause of death, internal injuries sustained on impact. Now I know what happened. Time to find out how and why. This blood spatter indicates a high-velocity impact. I should check the roof. The railing here is broken. Was it an accident, or was he pushed? Two sets of footprints means the victim wasn't alone, and the scattered paperwork suggests he had a briefcase. I need to find that. Interesting. There are 2 sets of fingerprints here. One belongs to the victim, the other to Robert Haynes, a well-known con artist. Alfred, I need the last known location of Robert Haynes. I'll send over everything I've got in case it helps.
No need, sir. I already have a search area. Check your display.
The cops investigating this crime should have a relay station set up. It'll look like a mobile satellite dish, probably on a rooftop.
Trying to get in on that action.
Driver's licenses that say we're the guys, then as far as the bank's concerned, we're the guys. Yeah, but what if they, recognize one of us?
I specifically chose clients from out of town. Most of them have never set foot inside the bank.
All right, but if this goes pear-shaped, it's on you.
Relax, guy. I've been doing this a long time, and I never make mistakes.
Sounds like a fight. Let's check it out. You ain't quite right in the head! Ah!
What do you want?
What happened to Brian Murphy?
We had a deal. He gave me the account numbers. I faked being a client and cleared out the account. In exchange, he gets a cut. It's a con I run 100 times. But then he starts to get nervous, tries to back out.
So you threw him off a roof?
I couldn't risk him warning the bank or going to the cops. I had to protect my interests.
And how'd that work out for you? Alfred, contact the GCPD and let them know Brian Murphy's killer has been apprehended. Send over the evidence as well.
Consider it done, sir.
I've planted...
Nice, relaxing Christmas Eve. After what Sionis pulled at Blackgate, not a chance.
We gotta shut him down to shut him up. Otherwise, we'll never be free.
The cops I can handle. SWAT, though? Those guys do whatever they want. However they want. Oh, there's the parade, Batcave. It's kind of fun. Always trying to pop in one of those giant I'd pay to see that. A huge boom. Explode raining down on the street. The kids probably don't deserve it. Screaming and crying. That's fine. Totally still worth it. It's Frank, you and me both. But everything's shut down. My alibi is still certain. Closed. Bennigan's is definitely open. And full of cops. The overview bar? Expected. I give up. We're just not going for this. It works for me. We just gotta find one. Then let's start looking. What are we looking for again?
Guy in a suit wears a mask, cape, lots of gadgets. We see anything like that, we're supposed to radio the boss.
Why don't we try and take them down ourselves? It ain't good with Sionis.
I don't know. Mine is the guy's a one-man.
Sick of being manipulated. I'm not some corporate tool. Use this. Buy this.
Need this. For the people! on the attack!
Anarchy's right, you know. Cops don't care about us. We'd be better off without them. But you already knew that, didn't you?
I'm thinking we grab ourselves a scanner and figure out where the assassins are. So we can make sure there's nowhere near them? No, so we can move in after they're done fighting. They're after Batman, right? Seriously considering giving Gordon the job. This could be bad. Bad for him, maybe. There's no way. What happened, afterwards, with the cops all gone? Most of them are so crooked we'll be safer without them. But someone's got to keep the peace. Not someone. Everyone.
Let's make an example!
How much money?
Interesting. Even after knowing all you did about the places I targeted, you spared them.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Disappoint me? Not at all. Come on down to the courthouse so we can continue Gotham's trial. I'm so glad you came. It's an honor, really. There's so much for us to discuss.
What do you want?
I'd like to propose an alliance. I think the two of us could accomplish great things together.
I don't work with criminals. You need to turn yourself in.
Tell you what, I'll turn myself in as soon as you do the same. But you don't consider yourself a criminal, do you? The suit, the gadgets, the sense of entitlement. You're just another rich kid atoning for his fiscal sins. Such a shame.
You gonna stand against the people? I'll knock it!
I thought you wanted to be you. Why do you think you never meet you?
It's over.
Not quite. You look angry. You'll burn for what you've done! Why don't you join us? Leave them alone! I won't let you ruin this! You'll burn for what you've done! Do they own you then? Is that it? You being paid to bring me in? right. That's it.
Load on you!
Don't get it!
Liberty!
We got the number!
Not afraid of you!
You're just a kid.
So, what does it matter? I wanted to make a difference. I thought you'd feel the same.
I do, but not like this. A lot of innocent people almost died tonight because of you.
Innocent? They watched as Gotham went to hell and didn't do a thing!
They're just afraid.
No, they're weak! And so are you.
The police are on their way.
You ever wonder how things got to be so bad here? I do. All the time. See, I don't think men like Roman Sionis or Oswald Cobblepot are responsible. They're just a reflection of our apathy, our greed, our fear. We look the other way when things turn sour, bury ourselves in our jobs, consume propaganda masquerading as entertainment. The message is always the same. Don't think, don't question. And what becomes of a society that's given up? It rots. Fills up with liars, cheaters, and thugs. Uptown and downtown. The suit in the penthouse is no better than the guy selling drugs on the corner. They're both doing whatever it takes to get ahead. Never mind the cost. Fidelity. Once upon a time, that's what defined society. People coming together in pursuit of common cause. To care for each other. To protect and provide. We took shelter from the darkness and the things that roamed it. Community meant progress. But now, it's all backwards. We worship at the altar of competition. We build fortresses around ourselves. We fight, we betray. We have become the things we feared. You keep cleaning up after everyone, Batman, and no one's going to learn to take care of themselves. The ones that don't hate you, they'll start to rely on you, depend on you. And if something happens to you, if you get old or bored or die, then what? Or do you not consider the world that revolves around you? You're a hypocrite, running around dispensing justice, telling people what they can and can't do. You're ensuring Gotham's freedom, provided it conforms to your twisted view. Whatever pleases the bad. That it? You're not a hero. You're a despot. You don't enforce justice. You suppress it. There's a way to make this work. To show you that we share the same goals. Maybe I took things too far with the bombs and the threats. I can learn from that. I mean, you could be a mentor to me. And maybe, well, maybe I can teach you something too. Because I think you're so busy playing hero, you've forgotten what it's like for the rest of us. We're not all as strong as you. We don't have the fancy gadgets, the strength, the skill. But maybe that's the problem. You've gotten so used to the power, you think you're better than everyone. Above reproach. Is that it then? We're not as good as you? You know what? I take it back. I don't want to work with you. You don't have anything to offer. I think I figured it out. You didn't take me down because I broke the law. No, you took me down because you don't want the competition. That's what this is really about, isn't it? Let me ask you something. You ever wonder if you're the reason the city's so messed up? Because I have. A lot of us have. And I'm starting to think we're right.
Rubio, what's your 20?
On the balcony for a smoke with a menace.
Those men on the balcony, that could be my way in.
What a shutcase. Had the murdered Black Mask and his lady friend. I mean, we found the bastard's stubby little fingerprints right by the bodies.
Yeah, we got Penguin now. Like to see him squirm out of this one. Fingerprints, 2 dead bodies. He's about to do some time.
Yeah, except forensics will take all the credit. And I'm the one who found the prints.
That's why they call it first response. First pickings on the loot, but none of the glory. Me, I'd take the loot over the glory any day.
Police believe Penguin murdered Black Mask. But why would he send me here if he was the killer? It doesn't add up. This crime took place days ago. The fire and the exposure to the elements make identifying the victims difficult. The male victim is wearing a black mask, but I can't positively identify him as Roman Sionis without a DNA analysis. Something I can't do in the field. I can identify the female victim based on her fingerprints. Tiffany Ambrose, Roman Sionis' girlfriend. Or one of them at least. She was no angel, long list of priors, but nothing to indicate she was the target here. The fire spread as a result of a Molotov cocktail thrown into the room. It may have been intended to destroy evidence. The shallow trajectory of the bullet suggests the shooter could be someone of Penguin's height. But the grooves on the floor suggest that the victim was killed by someone leaning back in a chair. This bullet was fired from a revolver. Ballistics analysis indicates a low angle of trajectory. The shooter could have been someone of Penguin's height, but the pattern in the gunpowder residue suggests the bullet was actually fired by someone lying on the ground. These fingerprints are a match for the Penguin, but they're on top of the soot from the fire. The cops were right. Penguin was in the room, but these prints prove he was here after the murders were committed. If he didn't kill Black Mask, who did? The only thing I know for certain is that Tiffany's shooter was lying on the floor. But why? These white streaks are shoe polish. Whoever shot Tiffany was being dragged along the floor. Besides the victims, there were 2 other people in the room. Tiffany's shooter, and whoever was dragging the shooter. The location from which the male victim was shot may tell me more. The DNA here doesn't belong to either of the victims. Whose is it? The fight broke out when someone startled the shooter. It's not clear who won the fight. It could have been either one of them. I should review the evidence to see if I can learn anything more about either the intruder or the shooter. Fabric analysis indicates the intruder was wearing a white suit or sport jacket. This fabric swatch could help identify the intruder, but I still can't identify the male victim's shooter. There's one impact area I haven't checked for clues. This DNA is from the female victim. The level of oxidation suggests it's been here for several days. If I review the evidence, I may be able to find out what she was doing when she was attacked. She was sending text messages to Roman Sionis about someone named the Joker. Someone killed Black Mask, but this crime took place several days ago, And I saw Black Mask earlier tonight. The only answers I have raise more questions. Who is the Joker? Was he the killer here? Or is he one of the assassins? I have a body, an unknown shooter, and an unknown assailant who attacked the shooter. I need to match the DNA samples against the records in the National Criminal Database to identify who was in the room. Alfred, I need access to the National Criminal Database.
Well, the only way to do that would be to infiltrate the Gotham City Police Department.
Then that's where I'm going.
Sir, you'd need to physically hack into their servers. If you insist on doing something that foolish, you'll need a powerful, non-lethal weapon. I recommend coming back here to pick up your concussion detonator.
Not a bad idea.
Come in, 8-2. Dispatch, Delta 4-4. Can you raise Delta 8-2?
Stand by, 4-4. Delta 8-2. Delta 8-2, come in. Delta 8-2, come in. Delta 8-2, report. Delta 4-4, no response from 8-2. Please proceed inside to confirm 8-2 status.
10-4, dispatch.
Welcome home, sir. The concussion detonator is on your workbench. Remember, if you use that instead of your fists, you'll do less lasting damage to those police officers and civil servants.
Noted.
Sir, a moment of your time.
What do you want?
There's something about this Enigma fellow that doesn't sit right with me. Unfettered access to resources, an extensive network spread across the city. Whoever he is, the man has connections and capital.
We can use that to our advantage. If he's buying things in bulk or using lots of power, we can track him.
Perhaps, but he's also clearly a technical wizard. He's likely covered his tracks.
Keep searching. He only has to slip up once to give us an opening.
Certainly, sir. Sir, a question, if I may.
Sure.
What will become of all this once you finally decided to settle down?
I hadn't thought about that. Settling down, I mean.
As I feared. Wait too long and you might find it's too late. Since when did masks become de rigueur for aspiring crime lords? I've done my best to keep the cave tidy, but with those bats circling above, there's bound to be collateral damage. Keep an eye out. Your detective work tonight is most impressive, Master Bruce. Shame it couldn't be of the armchair.
Master Bruce, guards have been doubled at police precincts since Loeb's murder. You'll need to find a way to sneak in that won't attract attention. Otherwise, you'll never make it to the server room.
Understood. Thanks. I should look for a more covert way to enter the building.
That's one horse! I'm gonna keep on.
Yeah, probably another water pipe bursting. Love to go take a look, but, you know, my shift's over. Loeb.
This
Loeb
won't
understood.
be easy,
The problem
but if
is
I'm going to
Gordon
access the
ain't
National
safe.
Criminal Database and find out what happened at Lacey Towers, I need to find the
Somebody
server
oughta leave.
room without being discovered.
There's 8 assassins in town tonight. From the info we've been gathering, they're among the most dangerous criminals on record. Period. After interrogating Waylon Jones, we've learned that they're all competing for a huge bounty, which Black Mask has offered for the head of the Bat.
Where do I sign up?
I thought he was a ghost. All right, cut the chatter, people. Our goal is to ensure order in this city. So our #1 priority becomes bringing in the Bat before these assassins get to him. Now, the closer it gets to morning, the more desperate the assassins will grow. And if he's still out there, the more damage they'll cause to the city as they try to find or attract him. All right, dismissed.
were supposed to be guarding the crime scene, not gabbing. No wonder the Bat got the drop on them. Yeah, tell them to keep their eyes open next time.
Must you be so brutal, sir? These are city employees.
They're as corrupt as they come, and they're in my way.
I wish you'd think twice about that approach, sir. You never know when you might need their help. At any rate, your objective is the GCPD server room. I've marked it on your map.
Man, I hate the homeless.
Line 7, please. Delta 6197.
I told you already. What I saw is what I saw. What do you want? I don't been clean for 3 days. Like they said, it's down out of nowhere. Huge wings and claws. They're like 2 of these dog things. Paralyze those bastards.
Paralyzing dart thing? What, you think I'm a schmuck, huh? I look like a schmuck to you?
No.
I ain't saying that. Oh, he's definitely on something. Got a guy in lockup who can sell whatever he's carrying.
Yeah, in a minute. Gotta get his story straight first. Now, let's go through it again.
I won't be able to access doors like this with my cryptographic sequencer. I'll need to find another way. I won't stand a chance against that many armed men. I can use Deathstroke's remote claw to pass above their heads undetected.
Alright, listen up. While you jokers were playing cleanup crew at Blackgate, I was making us some money. I worked out a deal with our pal Black Mask. If any of us can kill the Bat before the assassins get to him, we get the bounty. All $50 million of it. And for those of you who ain't too good with the math, that means we all retire early.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's take him down then. Yeah, what are we waiting for?
Enough! We only get one night to get this done. So whatever they put you on tonight, I want you to blow it off. Finding and killing the Bat is your #1 priority. That clear?
Yes, sir.
All clear.
Clear as day, sir. You got it.
Sir, yes, sir.
Questions? Shout them out.
How are we gonna keep this from Gordon and the rest of the force?
Well, for starters, you're gonna keep your damn trap shut. Anyone else?
Sir, what about the assassins? Will they see us as competition?
Yeah, I didn't sign up to be on those guys' hit list.
Look, y'all put your lives at risk when you signed up for SWAT. Now, you want to make the big money, you're gonna have to accept bigger risk. That's how it works. Anyone wants out can hand me their badge. Didn't think so. We good to go?
Wait, Brandon. How do we know Black Mask will keep his end of the deal if we do kill the Bat?
He's good for the cash, trust me. And I know where he's stashing it.
If you know where he's got the cash, why don't we go get it?
Because the last thing we need is a war with Black Mask and his men. Come on, guys. Let's do this.
I've got to be quiet, so those SWAT officers don't hear me.
They're offering a reward of $25,000 for information relating to the arrest of Black Mask or any of the perps involved in the murder of Commissioner Loeb. Go get 'em, boys.
So what does this disruptor of yours do?
Little bit of this, little bit of that. Mostly, though, it does a whole lot of none of your damn business.
Oh, you want to play it like that? All right. Maybe I'll have the guys over at Evidence Lockup take a look. They can get kind of rough, though. Hope it's not fragile.
You want to play hardball, buddy? How's about I tell my cousin at the Gazette about the payments you boys been extorting from Penguin and the like?
Scum like you's got a cousin at the Gazette. You expect me to believe that?
Don't see you calling Evidence Lockup now, do I? You cops are all the same. You ain't getting nothing out of me.
Like I said, I got all night.
You and me both, pal.
Not you again!
Talk, or you won't be walking anywhere, ever.
No way! You gotta answer for dropping me off that rooftop, buddy!
No, you have to answer to me. How does this disruptor work?
Ask one of the pigs! They got it in Evidence Lockup!
How about we take a little walk up to the roof?
Okay, you win! It jams weapons, overrides electronic locks, alright? Now you gotta let me go!
How'd that work out for you last time?
Yeah? If he's gonna wipe things clean, he should start with you.
Good one. What I'm gonna do to you? You got no chance. No second chances! You think you're something special? No more mercy!
Priority 1 alert. All personnel be advised. 211's reported on the ground. 622 on the premises. Repeat. Priority 1 alert. Intruder in the building.
Get yourself to a shelter.
You kidding? That's where they round us up! You don't get it. Anarky gets it, but you don't get it, man.
Give this bastard what he wants, he'll send the tape to the press. What the hell am I supposed to do? That's the best you got? How am I gonna whack him if I don't know who he is? The guy's a mystery, complete friggin' enigma. Yeah, great advice, thanks.
Priority 1 alert. All personnel be advised.
of catching the criminals that you let walk free.
He is the worst kind of criminal. The kind who thinks their actions are justified. Who acts completely outside the system.
The system is broken.
Barbara, wait.
Suspects in your vicinity, man, so look alive. Pull this off, and we'll all get to retire somewhere nice and warm.
50 mil to kill the bat? I done a lot worse for a while.
We're the cops! You don't get to run from us!
False alarm. It's just a faulty fire extinguisher.
Officer down! Stay on your toes!
No one fools me twice. Smoke! Need backup! That was a hell of a beatdown.
Damn fire extinguisher popped! Maybe if you were paying attention, we wouldn't be dropping like mopes!
Officer down! Anyone have a target? We can still take him! Fan out!
Ah! Damn it! Watch your back!
It's smoke!
We're clear! Fire extinguisher caused the explosion!
I can't wait. Wait a second.
Eyes on! Eyes on! 1041 spotted!
Priority run alert. All available personnel should be searching your quadrants for the 622. Suspect is 6'4", dressed in black, and has wings? Is this for real?
Shouldn't you be searching your quadrant?
I'll leave that for the boys in SWAT.
Why's that?
Ain't you heard? Brandon made a deal with Black Mask. They're trying to kill the bat and collect the bounty.
You gotta be kidding me. Gordon know about this?
Probably, but what's he gonna do? What can he do? Hell, he's lucky if Brandon and those guys ever listen to him.
This department is so screwed. Hey, how do we get in on the bounty?
He's here!
Priority run alert. All personnel report to your department head. Need a head count. A lot of people unaccounted for.
They're using a security protocol I'm not familiar with, and the windows are reinforced glass. The disruptor in the evidence locker might do the trick.
Nothing legal about what I'm...
Alfred, I can't access the evidence locker. I need an alternate route.
The evidence locker, sir? Well, according to these schematics, it adjoins an old elevator shaft which you can access via the infirmary. You should be able to break in from there. I've added it to your map.
levels. Need security in those areas immediately.
It's gonna look like an accident, like Gordon lost control. What we need is a classic prison riot.
You want a riot? Let me out.
Easy, Tiger. There's cameras around here. We ain't letting no one out.
He's got a point. Let this lunatic loose. It'll be freaking pandemonium in here. I said, let me out.
Like I said, we ain't letting no one out. But ain't no harm in telling them about that latching mechanism on the door there.
That one we just had repaired?
Well, to be honest, I don't know how well it was repaired.
If I was you pigs, I'd get going.
We'll be out of your way soon enough.
Backup's gonna come eventually.
He's come for us! Hey, you broke my arm, you know that?
I hear there's a huge price on your head. Come to turn it in?
Show your parents the proud. Is that him? He's working with the cops now? He's lucky there's bars.
I heard the rumors, but I didn't think it was real.
Good, you've made it to the infirmary. Now look for an entrance to an old elevator shaft. That will take you to the evidence locker.
Got it. Now I should be able to bypass the security on the server room door.
Priority 1 alert. Hearing reports about prisoner disturbance in holding cells. Emergency protocols engaged.
Disruptor should allow me to get past this gate.
They're gonna let us out, or we'll make our own way out! Yeah. How about that?
This ain't such a bad Christmas after all! Hey, good night, Pig. They're gonna have to let us out now. Got us some hostages.
Where the hell are the rest of the cops?
Maybe the Bat killed them all. Keep after it! I'll flatten you! Say goodnight, pal! Come running for a beat!
understand. You let him out just to beat him up?
I didn't start the riot. It was Brandon and his SWAT officers.
Bull. A cop wouldn't do something like that.
You must be new here.
Brandon. Taking a few bucks here and there is no big deal, but those guys don't know when to quit.
You could do the right thing. Turn them in.
And end up dead? No thank you.
Clear! Clear!
622 has left the holding cell.
I got a pulse.
All right, call it in. Let's get him to Gotham General.
Will do, soon as he stabilizes. Please, we don't want any trouble.
I'm not here to hurt you.
All personnel, report your 20 on Channel 3. Try to get a head count. See who's missing.
Easy. I need access to the National Criminal Database.
It's right here.
You must spend a lot of time here.
Cool poem box. You're bypassing the network security. But you'll need to physically bridge the intranet to the external telecom wires if you want to uplink remotely.
This kind of knowledge could get a young girl into a lot of trouble.
They run under the building.
What does?
The telecom wires. You can access them through the sewers. Wait. Why do you do what you do?
Because I made a promise.
Get out of here!
Hold your fire!
You idiots, it's me! What are you thinking?
Who are you talking to in there?
Wake up on my laptop, you idiot. What decade do you even live
Alfred, I'm on my way out, but before I can access the server remotely, I need to hack into the telecom wires under the GCPD.
You should be able to access it from the sewers which run below the building. I'll peg the closest entrance on your map.
Sir, they say the Bat doesn't have a gun. Sir, yes, sir.
Penguin's man said the disruptor can be used to jam their weapons.
Oh, crap! How did I jam up?
That's better. You want some police brutality?
You got us all wrong.
want to hurt you, but you need to stay out of my way.
Never.
Listen, I'm on your side.
My side? My side works within the law. My side doesn't leave suspects with broken bones and missing teeth. We've earned Gotham's respect.
If that were true, I wouldn't be.
Gordon, clear the line of fire!
Hold your fire. If he moves, take him down. You've got nowhere to run.
Move, Gordon! I'm taking him down!
I've highlighted a nearby manhole on your map. Those sewer tunnels lead directly under the GCPD.
Good work, Alfred.
Oh, and, sir, do try to keep out of the, muck down there. Remember who has to clean your suit.
Hello? Hello, Batman? It's Barbara. Sorry for hacking into your comms, but I need a favor. Some evidence crates have gone missing. Army-grade stuff, and no one here is doing anything about it. So I'm sending you their GPS location information. Use your weapon disruptor on any crates you find. It'll fry their circuits and render the stuff useless.
Sergeant's gonna wonder where the hell we went.
Relax. If she gives us a hard...
Nice. 1 down, 5 to go. I can't believe there are people on the force who think it's okay to have stuff like this out on the streets. Pinching from evidence is bad enough. But selling weapons? SWAT's supposed to be the good guys.
Tango spotted!
That's what I heard.
That mean he's given up on cashing in on the bounty?
Hell no. If I know him, it'll just make him want it more.
Don't get me wrong. I'm in on this thing with everyone. I mean, there's some of the best killers in the world.
I don't think he's planning.
If they're keeping
fight! Get up in his face! Nothing we...
Damn stupid storm!
Available units call-in status.
Sweet. That's 2 crates. You know, I thought about getting my dad involved, but he'd probably just say it's a matter for IAD. He's got way too much faith in the system. I wish I could get him to see just how broken it is.
Fight your way out of it! Just let me go!
I've been flipping through the precinct's file on you, and wow, let's just say you don't have a lot of fans here. But you probably knew that already. Anyway, I've trashed some of the more ridiculous stuff. I mean, they're saying you kill people. And I know that's not your style. Only 2 more crates to go. Thanks so much for doing this. Tonight's crazy enough already. If these guns got out there, I don't even want to think about it.
your best shot! You're acting crazy! What you got for me, huh? You win! You win! I give up! Okay, I give up! Stop!
Alright, only one more of those suckers left. Gotta say, working together is kind of fun. I mean, we're actually getting stuff done. And my dad thinks I'm just sitting in his office texting and watching TV. If only he knew. We did it! Well, you did most of it, but I helped, right? I think we make a pretty good team. So if you're ever, like, I don't know, looking for some kind of partner, I'm here for you. Anyway, I'll let you get back to kicking ass and keeping us safe. And you'll see, one day my father's gonna figure out just how cool I already know you are.
Strange. These are Black Mask's men. Not the kind of guys I'd expect to find running around in the sewers.
Could be worse. At least he sent an expert martial artist to protect us down here.
Protect us from what? The rats?
No, the Bat, you idiot.
The Bat. The Bat's got better things to do tonight than hang out in the sewers.
Hope you're right. But just in case, I'm glad we got old Kung Fu on our side.
Or whatever makes you feel better. I'm just worried about how I'm gonna get this snot on my clothes.
Boss is making some big moves tonight. Yeah, we gonna remind people why Black Mask is the name to be feared in Gotham City. You sound like an insurance commercial. What? You ain't with us? No, you with us, or... Hey, I'm buying the boss 100%. I just don't see how all the crap he's got us doing tonight is gonna put any money in our pockets. I'm sure he's got his reasons. I ain't about to ask what they are. Me neither. like it? Bombing cop shops? A lot of these guys are on
I'm under the
payroll.
GCPD. Why are Black Mask's men planting explosives here? The cops have always been on his payroll.
You and me both. Look who it is!
Count is headed!
What is with this guy?
Listen.
Wait, back up!
I'll take your head off! Here comes the pain!
Last chance!
I'm gonna rip you to shreds!
Together we can shoot!
Remember my name.
The telecom wires you're looking for run right through the chamber you're in.
Alfred, confirm we now have access to the National Criminal Database.
Connection confirmed. You can now perform DNA analysis. I'm also sending over the police file for the Lacey Towers case.
This photo is from the day of the murder. It's a perfect match. The DNA tells more of the story. But here's something the police overlooked. Roman Sionis owns the Gotham Merchants Bank. And he installed biometric security only he could access. Alfred, I have enough information to solve the Lacey Towers case. Here's what happened. By now, Gotham PD thinks Roman Sionis is dead. The casualty of a turf war. Murdered by the Penguin. But I know better. Someone spooked Sionis' girlfriend. So he sent her to his safe house. Which was anything but safe. Sionis showed up later. Ready for trouble. And found it. Or so it seemed. Roman's always been paranoid. That's probably why he's lasted this long. He'd sent in a decoy. Giving himself the element of surprise. But it wasn't enough. There was a fight. Sionis lost. The killer didn't hesitate to shoot the decoy, but he wanted Roman alive to access the cash stored at the Gotham Merchants Bank. With Sionis under control, all that remained was to tie up loose ends. But it wasn't the fire that killed Sionis' girlfriend. What kind of monster forces a man to kill the ones he loves? The Joker. He's the shadow I've been chasing. And now I know where he's going next. Gotham Merchants Bank. Alfred, see if you can find any information on someone named the Joker.
Searching now, sir. There doesn't seem to be anything coming up. What do you know about him?
Not much, but he's taken Black Mask hostage.
Hostage? So Sionis isn't dead?
I don't think so. From what I can tell, he's worth more to the Joker alive. The Joker wants to use him to break into the Gotham Merchants Bank. I'm on my way there now.